Well, hey there, guys. This is Chortle Games Live. You are here with Stephen. Hey, guys. So, we don't have a stream going until about 10 o'clock, 10:30, so I decided, since I just got back from what I had tied up with earlier, I figured, you know what? I'm going to fill that gap with some Wizard of Legend. So, waiting on Brodie right now so that we can do a stream of Necropolis. So in the meantime, you're with me, and we're going to do a quick round of Wizard. Give me a sec so I can pull up chat here. Whew. Alright, and we're in. Well, come on, iPads are slow. Sorry, guys. I say a quick round, and yet I am here standing still. There we go. Oh, that's stupid. There we go. Okay, sweet. Okay. So I think the current plan is that Brodie and I are going to play Necropolis once he gets on. So this is just kind of a placeholder I wanted to say to you guys. So, oh hey Jaeger, wow, first one in the party. Glad you could join us. Or I guess me. Brodie's coming, but the entire purpose of this stream, that was stupid. The entire purpose of this stream is to just give you guys something to watch, because I know you guys, most of you are used to us already being live by now. And oh hey, congratulations! Congratulations! Oh man, I've had a long day. That's awesome, man. Glad we can be here to celebrate with you. How does it feel, man, to be graduated? Ugh, I don't like any of those. Well, I might take some ball lightning, but I could use a wind spell. Dragon. Okay, I'm gonna get Dragon Blast. I have no idea what that does. But if I ever sound like I'm either wincing, hurting, a little out of breath, or whatever other thing that sounds like I have exerted myself today, because I just got back with from doing dodgeball, which is why we didn't have a stream till now tonight, and I'm exhausted. I'm getting old. Or I'm just out of shape. Probably a mixture of both. Are you going to college somewhere local, or are you moving out, going somewhere different? I stayed local for 2 years. I went to a community college and knocked my core classes out of the way, got an associate's, then I went on to the bachelor's at a university. Definitely made the overall experience easier. I was homeschooled up until college, so that was a huge culture shock for me. So I needed plenty of time to adjust. Okay, cool. There is total sense in that. You may have told us, but what are you going to college for? Pretty sure you did tell us, and I'm just super duper forgetful. Which is a known fact. I am super duper forgetful. Oh wow! I just got a free Infinity Marble. Heck yes! Better hide it from Thanos. Ah. But seriously, guys, I played this earlier in my downtime, just because this is my new gaming obsession. Gosh, I need to wake up. But I got so close to beating the final trial. Hey, awesome. I actually started as a computer science major, and then I realized that's not what I wanted to do. which is funny because still don't know what I want to do. I majored eventually in mass media communication, so social media, TV broadcast, radio broadcast, stuff like that. And I've learned about myself that like I worked at a TV station, absolutely hated it. But I learned about myself that one thing I really enjoy doing is I like conversation. Oh wow, wait, no, that might actually... I like conversation, where I get to, you know, talk to people about things they're passionate about. Golly, I'm an idiot. So, I would really like to do podcasts for a job, which totally falls in line with my major. Or something with social media. Why can I not let... You know what's really funny about all this? This is for a chest I can't even open. Yeah, Jaeger. I mean, Vortex. Again, Stephen is tired. But, something I'd really like to do for a job, I think, is something in podcasting where I can just talk about things I'm passionate about and talk to people about things they're passionate about. Something with that mixes both the mass communication with the interpersonal communication. But what do you want to do with that, Jaeger? I'm going to die very soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. First boss. I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. Sore. Let's try some lightning. Actually, no, let's go Earth. I do enjoy a good Earth build. And we're going to do magnetic follow-up. We're just going to be throwing rocks everywhere. Dude, that'd be awesome if you did game design. You could make a Chortle Games game. Brodie actually has dabbled with the idea of doing game design. Ooh. But Vortex, I don't know if you're quoting Avatar or telling me that you want me to use a build that uses all of them, but you're too late. I'm just gonna try to be a machine gun. So I've got this ability called Magnetic Follow-Up. That makes it so that every basic arcana, so my stone throw throws additional stones. So even if it's not a stone throw ability, and I had a teammate, he would also, I think, throw stones. So it's like adding more attack to a basic attack. Oh my god. Better hit the... But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements. Something, but he vanished. Hey Vlad, thanks for tuning in. We're doing this for just a little bit. Oh! Shoot, that sucked. I know we played this yesterday, but for one, I love this game. And 2, this is just a quick stream. So I can say hey to you guys and let you know that we are, in fact, doing things tonight. And that dodgeball just went long. Which I guess it didn't really go... Golly, I suck at everything! Really isn't helping my case that I'm not even trying with a good build. Yeah, that's good, Steven. Use the whole I'm not even trying bit. Hey, the way we play dodgeball, it might be fun to watch. It was pretty intense. We had, for us being the first time doing this, because we haven't done this in a while, the first time doing it, we had 30 students. So it was a pretty good attendance. I mean, everybody seemed to have a really good time. I know I did. Gosh, the people that, because this is a trial I'm going through, and I'm trying to beat the council members. Whoever does cleanup in these chambers is probably like, that green rogue wizard is such a dick. He just breaks our paintings. Oh, I could get Frost Fan. Knockout Boulder? What the crap? Knockout Boulder. Sure, I'll take a knockout. I can't even afford it. I'm shopping when I can't even afford it. Can't have nice things. I threw my arm out pretty bad though, so. Yeah, I will say the trailer it was a good trailer, because it was, I don't know if it was actually in-engine gameplay or if it was just stylized what the gameplay would look like. So the trailer presenting what they had for the game was solid in quotes. But the fact of the matter is, it is a cash grab. They did not make a campaign because they didn't want to try. And that is really upsetting. And I know a lot of people who have said, whether they'll stick to it or not, they're not getting this game because of the lack of a campaign. I know I'm not getting the game, unless if I find it for like $10 and people are still playing it. I'm not getting this game because I actually enjoy the Black Ops campaigns, and Black Ops 3 set a new standard for a Call of Duty campaign for me, where I could play with a friend and we could have loadouts and we could have skills and stuff. I thought that was really cool. Very different for a Call of Duty game, but definitely up my alley. But the fact of the matter is they're trying to win over an audience with the least amount of effort possible, and it's really transparent. Like it's everyone knows what they're doing is a cash grab, and it's. I never thought I'd see the day where I would say that Call of Duty, I should expect better from Call of Duty. Yeah, like for real. That's my thing is, why even call this a Black Ops game if there's no campaign? Then it's just another Call of Duty. Might as well call it Call of Duty Battle Royale. Or Call of Duty Origins, whatever other generic name that the video game industry is using. I just ran into that poison. Yep, you are right on the money, Vlad. Fortnite gained such traction, not only because it was free, that was the main reason, but also because Battlefront 2 and Destiny 2 did so poorly. They were the big competitors of the fall 2017 season. Fortnite didn't really have any competition. Everybody was playing this game because nobody was playing the other games, and it was free, so they literally cornered the market. Let's get that thing. What was the thing? It was knockout boulder. What is it? Oh, I can just throw a big rock. Yes. If I sound like I lost my voice a little bit, it's because, again, dodgeball. I did lose my voice probably. I'm sure it'll find me eventually. I agree, Vlad. Fortnite, and for the most part, the Battle Royale genre just aren't for me. And I rip on Fortnite a lot. I don't hate it, and I don't think it's terrible. I think that it has an audience, and it does a relatively good job of keeping that audience. Even though it has a really easy job of keeping that audience because, I mean, everyone's still playing it, they're still updating it. They could honestly give it really superficial updates, and it would still do fine because everyone's playing it. So it's going to take another game dethroning it, but that's a big job. But my thing is, I was talking to some people after Dodgeball, actually, and they asked me, do I think that Fortnite's going to last more than another half year? And I said, that's not the point. Whether Fortnite is still around another half year is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is, Fortnite has done the damage to the industry already. Because you've got games like now Call of Duty, a leader in the entire industry. They're releasing a Battle Royale mode. So now you've got people who have these projects that were something else that are saying, okay. How can we shoehorn a Battle Royale into this game? How can we change the entire project that we've been working on and make it make money? So, even though it was unintended, Fortnite is the cause of innovation in the video game industry stopping. And it has, for the most part, stopped. We will see new things eventually, yes, but the current projects that people are working on now, bigger developers like, EA, Microsoft, Sony, Ubisoft, they're all asking with their new projects, I guarantee you, they're all asking the question, can it have a Battle Royale? That's just the facts. So a lot of my frustration, yes, is at Fortnite, but it's just because of the cause, or the effect, not the cause. Yeah, I've fallen out of zombies, honestly. Vortex, at least the Call of Duty version. I still enjoy playing it every now and then, but it's not a game seller for me. Like, if somebody's like, hey, dude, you want to play some Nazi Zombs? That's what Miles would call them, is Nazi Zombs. He tries, another little quirk about Miles that you will learn, is that he reduces everything to as few syllables as possible. And if it is possible to be one syllable, he will make it one syllable. So, like, Domino's Pizza. Doms, dude? But yeah, if I see somebody playing Nazi Zombs and they're like, Zombs, dude? I would be like, yeah, let's play some Nazi Zombs. Or not Zombs. I don't know what Miles would call that. I think he would just call it Zombs, dude. Oh my gosh. My favorite maps for zombies were Derice, whatever it's called. I never figured out the pronunciation. But that one, and Kino Deratoten, I think. That was the one that released vanilla with Black Ops 1. I guess it's largely just a memories thing, though, because I have a lot of really good memories of playing those games. Or those maps, I guess I should say. Yeah, it's not for everybody, Vlad. Thank you, the Giant. That makes sense. I forgot that's what they called it when they were marketing Black Ops 3. Which, I worked at GameStop when Black Ops 3 came out, and my manager got a free season pass code for Black Ops 3, and she was like, hey, do you like Call of Duty? And I was like, not really. And she was like, oh, okay, well, you have a PlayStation, right? And I was like, yeah. And she said, here, have this season pass. So I was able to get Black Ops 3 at severe discount. And got the season pass for free. So that's how I got the Giant. And oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. My gosh! I suck. So this chick, if you give her one of your arcana, she will give you a medicine thing. And there are a few vendors in this game that will take one of your arcana off your hands, but you don't get to pick. And so I hate those vendors because I'm very particular with what arcana I have on my person at a time. And any replacing of one could throw my build off sync, and I'm not going to let that happen. Sure, I'll light things on fire. Yeah, I know Vortex. I just forgot. It's one of those things that, like, that's just what we called it back when I played Nazi Zombies with my friends, was Derice. And so it's like ingrained in my mind that that's Derice, even though I know it's probably very incorrect. I think at this point I'm actually trying to lose. Oh, reduced cooldowns. Sweet. I didn't pick up the potion. Oh well. Oh no! Fighting the guy. This is gonna go great. He's gonna take reduced damage from literally all of my spells. He's going to whoop my tail. I do remember when zombies was simple. But the reason I like the giant though is because it still had it was still fairly simplistic, but you had the pack-a-punch. The pack-a-punch was a fun addition. Knocked, the first map, was a little too simplistic, because it was like, what's different from my experience 45 minutes in as opposed to my experience, 5 minutes in. The only difference is one is way more challenging, and the guns I have haven't really changed. I literally ran into that. Oh, shoot. Oh, oh. Shoot. Hey, Kaylin. So Brodie and I are going to be streaming tonight. But I figured in the meantime, why not just do a quick Wizard of the Legend stream while I wait for him. So I get to talk to you guys. Dodgeball was good. It just went a little long, so. Ooh. We had 30 students. It was a lot of fun. I'm getting too old for this. I've decided that I think my two favorite elements in this game are water than earth. Easily water is my favorite. I'm so good with it. Do my students know I game on yet? What do you mean by that? I'm 24, actually. Well, it's just when you've got, like... Oh, they stepped on me. No, they don't. I didn't mention it. If I talk to them one-on-one, I mention it usually, but, for the sake of tonight, I didn't mention it. I'm gonna use Stone Shot as my basic. I'm gonna use Circuit Line for the dash. I'm gonna use the fire. Use Dragon Arc for that, and the signature is going to be... Guys, I'm doing it. I'm going all elements, except for air. So I've got... What is it? What's the order? Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm 24. So I've got Earth, Lightning, Water, and Fire. Sweet. Let's try this thing. I have heard about that one, so. But in saying that, I'm getting too old for this. When you got high schoolers who like play baseball or basketball or football, just guys that have both really good reflexes and they can throw like no one's business, and then you got college students who also at one point did that, and then you got me, who the only sport I ever played was soccer, and though I was a really good goalie, hence one of the reasons I'm really good at dodgeball, I'm still like, I'm struggling to keep up with their pace. So the place that Brodie works for, people order food through his service, and then the service goes and picks it up and delivers. So it's basically making delivery for places that don't deliver. I am out of my prime, and I'm 24 years old. But there was a time when like I was the young blood playing dodgeball back when my brother helped host it. But now I'm the washed up one. Don't get me wrong, I still slay at dodgeball. One advantage that I do have, that I like, this is the one thing that actually gives me merit in any kind of physical activity. I have really good reflexes. Like my hand-eye coordination, my reflexes are actually pretty impressive. And you wouldn't expect a person that looks like me to be able to move the way that I move. But I promise, like, I know what I told you guys that I would tell you a story, didn't I? I did! Thank you for remembering the thing that I was supposed to remember. Oh, what is that? Oh! Oh, wow. The wind summon is a triple summon. Oh my gosh. Where's the spell been all my life? That's amazing. But, so there was a trip back when, I was, so I went to college a year early because I got kicked out of homeschool. True story, I swear. I got kicked out of homeschool, so I went to get my GED, then I went to college a year early because my parents weren't going to support my homeschooling anymore. And so it was technically my senior year, but it was, Miles and I were in the same grade, so it was his senior year, and technically mine age-wise. but I was headed to college the following semester. So, and it was a beach trip that we went on with my church, same church that I'm at now, and we were doing a beach dodgeball tournament. And actually, Miles and Brodie were. Miles wasn't on this trip, but Brodie was. And Brodie was on my dodgeball team. We made a team of the finest that we could muster, which wasn't very fine, but we took them on. We did pretty good for a while. The other team played pretty dirty, where they would wrap the ball. It was the smaller puffy balls rather than the kick balls. We prefer the kick balls over when we play dodgeball. But what's the Pathfinder's map? Oh, I should not have done that. I really should not have done that. That was a complete waste of money. But so at one point, it's me and one other person against. It was like set into, I think, best of 3 rounds was how the eliminations worked, and me and one other person against 3 other people. And I was crushing pretty hard on Hannah at this time. We actually have dated twice back then, and then we broke up after a year, and we found each other again. Gosh, that sounded super cheesy and lame. We started dating again, technically April of last year, even though we'd been talking about it for a while. But at this time, I was crushing pretty hard on her, and I saw that she was watching, and so I was like, you know what? This is the time, right? This is the time to do something either impressive. It's like either succeed spectacularly or fail spectacularly. It was one of those moments. Like, I knew I was not going to get any middle ground. It was either going to be amazing or awful. So a guy throws a ball at me. Actually, it was like 2 balls. There was something that warranted the dodge. It wasn't just a flashy, like, backflip, but I was on the ground. That's what it was. I was on the ground, and 2 more guys threw balls at me, and I just was on my knees in the sand, and I just rolled back from my knees onto the soles of my feet and just kicked off with as much power as I possibly could into a full backflip, dodged both balls, then landed on my knees, saw another guy preparing to throw, dove to catch the ball, went into the palms of my hand. The palm of my hand. And then it bounced off my hand and hit me in the face, blinding me with sand, and I was out. So it was one of those things, it was like, oh! But it was, I remember upside down, seeing the look on Anna's face on the sideline, and she was actually very impressed, and it totally worked. And I remember, I heard everyone, when I did it, they were like, it was one of those, like, ah, moments, but where it was like a mixture of, holy crap, and did that just happen? And then I walked off, and the guy that was acting as the ref off the side went, hey, you're out. But by the way, was that a backflip? And I just looked at him and I just said, I don't know. Because I didn't know what I just did, but people told me, yeah, you straight up backflipped. So, it's pretty cool. Word of Flame. Sure. It was a little badass, then it wasn't badass. But hey, it got everybody's attention. And one of the pastors at my church, for the following 2 years, we would do Vacation Bible School, which is where we get kids from the community to come out and just give them like activities to do Monday through Friday for a week during the morning. The pocket sand did get me, but it did get me a girl. I mean, she had fallen for me before that, but I like to think that was the moment where it was cemented that I actually am a secret badass. Which, by the way, I don't have very much self-confidence, but I do think I do like the fact that I am a bit of a secret badass. I don't broadcast it because that's how I like it. But so one of the pastors of the church, he would he acted as the crossing guard for when the kids were going to and from the different activities, and he would point to me because he was there. He was chaperoning that trip, and he would point to me and he would look at the kids and go, "That man right there, that's the man that did the backflip in the sand." So it was like, dang. Even like the church leadership was like, "Yep, one of our students did a backflip in the sand." So it's like a running joke now, where it's like, Stephen, backflip in the sand. Secret Badass sounds like an edgy teen. It does. That's my vampire name. I am definitely going to sell this guy this awful map that I have. Hold on, guys. Okay. And back. Where's my phone? There's my phone. Oh, shoot. Alright, that's what I need to do. Drop that. Gosh, get rid of that crap. Pop Tropica name if it weren't for kids. Oh, man. But, yeah, there were other times when we were playing dodgeball where, people joke with me. They tell me that I tend to enter Super Saiyan mode, which I never watched Dragon Ball, so I never appreciated the reference as much as people did that said it. But whenever the odds were bad, and it used to be like this, and it still is this a little bit, but again, I'm the man out of my prime, so I can't do this to the degree that I used to. But whenever the odds were bad and people had to throw at me, that's when I would go to the point where I'm like making 3 catches in a row, sometimes catching multiples, being thrown off of guys that are way stronger than me. Stuff I shouldn't be able to do. There was one time when, oh shit, okay. There was one time when, I was on the ground and people kept throwing at me, and I was catching and dodging and all that stuff, and then one ball hit me in the chest, and I swear my life went in slow motion for a few seconds, and I stopped, and I reached my foot up and kicked the ball back into my chest and caught it on my chest. It was just one of those moments where, you know, they say everyone deserves a standing ovation at least once in their life, and I feel like dodgeball is where I got my standing ovation, because it's like, I'm a shy person, I'm introverted, but it brings me some semblance of pride when I can actually hear a room being like, "Oh, hey, Stephen did something cool," because that doesn't happen. I'm a subtle person usually. I really need to get the Agent of Wind now, just for like a permanent use, because that is crazy that it summons 3. Dang, that sucks. I keep thinking that fire is going to do more damage to these guys. They're water, not ice. Doesn't work that way. Let me text Brodie and see if he's still planning on showing up. Okay. I'm really glad that I have nothing to do tomorrow, because Anna is still out of town. She comes back Monday or Tuesday, depending on how long they decide to stay. I think in Boston, I think is where they're stopping through. But okay. nothing going on. My family's out of town. They're going on a big road trip. I've managed to get my work done at the church tonight before dodgeball, so I don't have to go there on a Saturday for a change. I work almost every single Saturday. I actually don't get any days off. I don't work as many hours as the traditional job does in a row, but I don't get days off. I'm working every day. But the church stuff, at least, is stuff that I enjoy, so I don't mind it. But I've got nothing going on tomorrow, and I'm really glad for that fact, because I'm going to feel it so much tomorrow. Summons Broads. Call Brodie Broads. Actually, better yet, call him the Broads. I don't know how he'll respond to that. All things considered, it's a better nickname than Star Wars Big Boy, which apparently I'm taking to my death. Which is funny, because I don't want to be associated with new Star Wars. New Star Wars is garbage. So when people think Star Wars Big Boy, they're going to think, oh, that Stephen character loves new Star Wars. I don't, sir. I think it's trash. Sure, I'll take this fancy hat that revives me. This is kind of fun running multiple elements. It's not as efficient, all things considered. Like jack of all trades, makes him run. Which in this game, when you're alone, does not work in your favor a lot, because you really need those stat boosts and those certain skills working off of each other. And maybe that's it. Maybe I just got skills that don't work off of each other. Okay, Rogue One, I loved. Rogue One was fantastic. But that is the exception to the rule. I'm talking like episodic Star Wars. Episodes 7 and 8 were garbage. And people, 7, people largely disagree with me. They say 7 was good. I cannot shake the fact that it feels so much like poorly written fan fiction. So no, I'm not a fan of 7, but Rogue One is up there in my favorite Star Wars movies. Thank you for making me clarify on that, because I don't want it to be heard that I don't like that movie, because I loved Rogue One. I need to watch it again. I've only seen it once. Which, that's another fun story with Anna. I actually saw that movie with my parents on a kind of double date with her. Because we weren't official yet, but we were kind of talking, and I hadn't gotten to take her on a date yet, because I kind of had to prove myself. Because I was a stupid young boy, I broke up with her the first time because insecurities. I'm not going to get into that. You guys don't care about that. Oh my gosh. So I discovered, guys, that there is a ability called Mag Sphere, which makes it so that projectiles circle around you and they damage the enemy instead of you. And her ice spears and those water balls right there count as projectiles. So when I fought her earlier today, I was using Mag Sphere and she was not able to touch me with those abilities. And it was awesome. Unfortunately, I still lost because it was a tier 3 version of her, and I checked to see if those snowflakes right there were projectiles. They are not projectiles that can be absorbed by Mag Sphere, so that observation cost me the fight. That did it. Okay. Hey, at the very least, I'm getting some chaos coins, whatever they're called. Aegis charge. Sure, I'll take that in place of this awful fire ward that I'm not really using. If I was a fire mage, that would help a lot, but I've only got that one fire spell, and it's honestly not that good. Oh, Cool, that gives me a shield. That's neat. Brodie will be on shortly, and then we will switch over. We're going to do Necropolis tonight, because it's something we both have, and it's something that is pretty chill, but really fun to watch, I think, especially with the rage that can come from it. Oh, my voice. Oh, that definitely was noticeable voice loss. Oh shoot. I just shield charged off. I say that a lot when I play this game. I'm an idiot. Because I do a lot of stupid things. I was playing it and Miles was listening. And I said, ugh, I'm an idiot. And he went, no you're not. In fact, you're one of the smartest people. And I was like, oh. He was like, I don't really mean that, for real. Okay. Oh. Wait, is that not a jump I can make? Oh, okay, sure. Oh, I just did an Aegis charge and blocked that fire ability. That's cool. Brodie sounds so wholesome. What Brodie do? Royal Flush is the last thing that I need. But Thesis on Defense could be good. So Thesis on Defense makes it so that when you take damage, you fill notes in the Thesis. And for every hit, I think for every 20 hits, so like for every 20 notes, you get defense up by 1. So the more you hit, it's basically the more you're learning about having better defense. My spell did not cast. What crap. There we go. Much better. It was Miles that said that, not Brodie. Let me summon my wind agents. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm really glad you can knock enemies off ledges in this game, because if you couldn't, I would not have made it as far as I have on every single playthrough. Oh, shoot, that was completely wasted. I don't know. If you think that Brodie and Miles are basically the same person, you should spend some more time with Miles. Like, energy level, they are the exact opposites. Brodie tends to be pretty monotone, whereas Miles does not know how to stop talking in different tones with every single word that he says. But we love him. I'm hoping Miles will join for Far Cry Arcade tomorrow night. If not, I might do something else with Far Cry 5, and we might save Arcade for next week. Just because I don't think me playing arcade maps on my own would be as fun. I know my limits, and I don't think I can hold a stream with that game very well. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine, Vlad, because Jake and I are definitely here more often. I hope you get to interact more with both of them, because I think you get along with Brodie pretty well. Miles might be a bit too cheery for your liking, though. And there's Brodie. Okay, let's try this. I'm not gonna be able to kill this damn llama. Stupid llama. You're not depressing, but I don't know what better way to say that. I probably did really talk myself into a corner there. Spark array. What do you do? Hold on, guys. Alright, we're going to figure out what this spell does, and then I'm going to cut the stream. Neat! Let's go kill someone with it. Or get killed with it. Ah, wow. I didn't even see him rev that up. Oh, hey, I can revive myself. Let's do this again. What am I doing? I need to actually win this. Because he has some gems that I need. I think I might be past the point of actually getting to win this, though. Oh, wow. Alright. That's going to do it for Wizard for tonight, but Brodie and I will be in just a couple minutes with Necropolis, I believe is the plan. It might change, but stay tuned. We will be right back. Thanks for tuning in, guys.